just take a moment coming into our comfortable seat to come into this space, into our body. Letting your spine be soft, but just stacked right over your hips, your shoulders. Maybe roll them up and then back and just let them soften. Maybe a slight tuck of your chin. Nice and tall through the back of the neck. Really feeling our sit bones on the ground. Pressing in to either our support or the ground. Really rooting down to feel our spine rising up. So we're not doing anything with our spine. We're just focusing on rooting down to the ground. And often just that focus on rooting can cause that counteraction of our spine, the crown of our head starting to float a little taller. And bring awareness to your breath. Awareness to your mind, your emotions. This half hour, we're not going to try and control any of it. We're just going to let it be exactly what it is, without judgment or control, but just becoming aware. Gently open your eyes. We'll extend our legs out in front of us. And we're just going to take just some movement here. So bringing your hands out to the side, maybe raising your right arm up to about 60 degrees and your left arm down. And we're just going to take some motion just with our ankles and our wrists, releasing blockages on both. If it feels good to maybe level out the arms, just circling the wrists and the ankles. Getting some energy moving. You can bring some movement into your whole arm, your whole leg, maybe bicycling the knees a little bit. Back and forth. Just releasing some energy and tension to start off. And those littler joints. Let's take our fingers, press them into each other, and just do, I think it's called like a spider push-up. So bring all the fingers together, just pressing in, pressing your fingers back out, massaging those littler joints. You can bring all of your knuckles into it. So bending at the knuckle, and then stretching out, and bending, and then clasping your fingers together, holding them out, and just stretching in front of you. There we go. We're going to start on our hands and knees, coming in to our tabletop, making sure our shoulders, elbows, wrists are in line, our hips are over our knees, and let's just take some lateral side to side. Arching as you go left. When you go left, you can have your chin maybe look over to your right hip. So we're getting the whole spine. Do this at your own pace. Back and forth. Maybe circling up before you go back. And circle, take your right hip back, come back to center. And we'll take our cat-cows, inhaling as we dip the belly open through the chest, lift the chin, Exhale as you arch your spine, tucking the chin and tailbone. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. And maybe doing the side to side motion with it. So kind of a clockwise motion, circling the spine as you arch and dip. Releasing energy through the spine, releasing blockages. We'll take it the other way, counterclockwise, circling the barrel of our chest, arching, and dipping. If your breath, your inhales and exhales, mine just reversed. I started to inhale as I dipped my belly and exhale as I arched. Other way around. But just being mindful, just noticing it switching, not judging, not really trying to change it, unless that's where you're called to do, but just being here with it all, taking this motion, circling. Let's tuck our toes and just press back a little bit, getting a little stretch into the back of our feet. You can decide the intensity of this, maybe walking your hands back, maybe really pressing into your hands to get that stretch, maybe lightening up a little bit. No right or wrong, just what you're feeling. A nice little stretch in there. You're rocking side to side, one heel to the other. A bit of this motion side to side can be really soothing for the nervous system. This nice little sway, this little vestibular motion that we don't get a lot of unless we mindfully bring it into our day and our practice. You can untuck the toes and we'll just get into our wrists. So flipping your wrist, bringing your hands back towards your knees and just adding a little pressure here, maybe rocking back and forth onto the wrists, coming onto the fingers, taking the whole hand. I know we circled our wrists. We're just getting into everything. Feels so good. Let's walk our hands back into our tabletop. This time we're going to take our right knee into our forehead. On your exhale, extend that right leg out behind you. Pressing the sole of your foot to the back wall. Imagining, inhale, bringing your knee to your forehead. And exhale, extending that right leg back out. Slight arch of the back towards the floor. Inhale, rounding towards the ceiling. And exhale. And bring it back down. And this time we'll take our left knee to our nose. Extend the leg out behind you. Bring your knee in towards your nose. Extend behind. And towards nose as you round your back, round the spine, and extend that left leg out. And coming back, I'm going to press back into our downward dog. Make sure you have some blocks here in case you need them. Tucking the toes, spreading the fingers wide, and pressing your hips back, keeping a nice generous bend to the knees. Maybe pedaling back and forth, really pressing those hips up and back. Maybe bouncing on the ball of the foot for a moment. Feeling the backs of the legs start to open and wake up. We're going to very slowly, gently looking between our hands, walk our hands in, walk our feet in to our hands and come into our forward fold dangle. So just bending at the knees. Nice generous bend. You can bring your blocks here. I like to raise up the floor a little bit here and not put the full pressure on my lower back. I do have some sensitivity there. If you don't have any issues with your lower back and it feels good to you, you can just clasp both of your elbows and just really dangle here. Let it all go through the shoulders, the upper back. If you do raise up the floor with some blocks, as I'm doing, just placing a little pressure there, but still letting everything else just dangle. So bending those knees, feeling maybe a stretch in the back of the hamstrings. Maybe a little sway side to side. We're going to bring one of the blocks right behind us. And then bring your feet a little more than hips width distance apart. Turn your toes out and we're going to come into a squat. Supported squat. So squatting down on your block, or maybe you have a cushion. Getting nice and tall through the back. We're coming between our knees. Your hands can just rest on the floor here. We're going to stay open through the shoulders, open through the chest. Your neck is neutral with your spine. We'll just stay here in this squatted position about 1 minute. Feeling our breath wherever we feel it. Noticing where our mind goes. Is it ruminating about the past? Is it rehearsing something in the future? And pressing into your hands, we'll slowly come up onto the block into more neutral spine and slowly make our way down into a comfortable seat, maybe sitting on the edge of a folded blanket or meditation cushion. We'll come into our butterfly. So bringing the soles of the feet together, your knees are out to the sides. Bringing your hands to your shins or your ankles. We're just going to take some circles here with the torso. So keeping your sit bones grounded, circling the torso, maybe opening up through the chest as you come forward, little rounding of the spine as you go back. You might want to sync up your breath, inhaling as you go forward, exhaling as you come back. And these can be small motions. They don't have to be anything grand or big, just keeping nice little motions, just feeling it all as you go. And we'll go the other way. Inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you give a little rounding, maybe bring some more shoulder into it. Feeling into the spine and what feels good here. And coming back to center. Stay here for a moment. We'll walk our hands forward, folding at the hips. You can stay open or you could round your back and just let your head hang here. We'll be here for about 2 to 3 minutes. If you'd like to place some blocks or supports underneath your head, you're welcome to do that. It's going to feel really nice. Just let your head rest down. Just let everything go. Let your shoulders, your torso, your chest be heavy. Relax through the thighs. And pressing into your palms, slowly walk your hands in closer to your body. Roll up through the spine. Chin coming up last, and just stay here for a moment. Remove the blocks. And we're going to take our right foot, bring it underneath our left knee, and we'll take our left foot and bring it closer to that right outer hip, bringing your knees somewhat close together. We'll get nice and tall, tall through the waist, a little tuck of the chin, and we'll fold forward at our hips, walking your hands very slowly, just inching them forward until you come to your own depth in this pose. You want to be able to relax once you're here through the hips, through the thighs. It can be a very active, conscious motion of getting those hips and thighs to begin to soften into the pose. And I'm not rounding my spine here. I'm keeping my shoulders open. My chest is open. My neck is neutral with my spine. Getting a nice stretch through the outer hips. I can really feel it in my thighs here. And you feel it where you feel it. Just going in and noticing. You might have to check back in to see if your hips or any part of your legs or lower half has started to bind up again, and just gently, very compassionately guide it to relax. Just a little further. Every little bit we relax, just a little tension leaving our body. Walk your hands in closer, walking them back, coming back onto the backs of your hands, leaning them out a bit just so you can extend your legs out. Give them a nice little shake. You wiggle the toes, you circle the ankles, just move some fluid and some prana up your legs, into those hips, into the lower back. We'll set up on the other side. So you can start maybe just by bending your knees, soles of the feet on the ground. Bring that left foot in back towards our right hip, and your right leg will be on top this time. Bringing that right foot towards your left hip. And this side, I don't feel like I'm going quite as far with my feet, and that's completely fine. My knees are not stacked right over each other. And you just be mindful that one side might not be exactly like the other, that this pose might look a lot different in your body, and that is fine. Getting nice and tall. And again, we'll fold at the waist. Gentle pressure on the hands. Just kind of letting them rest there. Our shoulders are open, but our arms are soft. And close your eyes and just bring your awareness to where you're feeling the sensation. And then don't forget to really go in and soften. Soften those hips and the thighs. If there's too much pressure in the knees in this pose, you can also use props wherever you need them, maybe under a thigh, maybe to stack up this knee. And pressing into your hands, walk your hands in closer to the body. Lean back onto the hands, onto your hips so you can extend those legs out. Again, maybe a nice little shake to the back of the legs, moving that lymphatic system. Maybe just curling, extending the toes, getting a little flex to the foot with that motion, and a little motion with the ankles. And we're going to make our way into our child's pose. Oh, you can bring your knees out to the sides, sitting back onto your heels to start with. And begin walking your hands to the top of the mat, bringing your head down. And once you're here, release through the hips and the shoulders. Feeling a nice extension through the spine. And lifting your head, let's walk our hands towards the left. And just stretch through the right hand side of our body. And lifting your head, coming back through center, walking your hands to the right. Slowly lowering the head. And lifting the head again, coming back through center. Pressing up with your hands. We're going to make our way onto our backs. Slowly making your way down. Knees are bent, soles of the feet are on the floor. Pressing into the soles of the feet, we're just going to guide our hips very slightly to the right and bring our knees down to the left. And you can cactus your arms here. You can extend them out where it feels good. And then maybe turning your chin towards the right. Really releasing into your twist once you're into it. So again, consciously going in and relaxing through the hips and the thighs. And we'll come back through center. Turning your chin back to neutral and pressing into the soles of the feet, shifting the hips slightly to the left. We'll bring our knees down to the right. And once they're settled, you can turn your chin towards the left if that feels okay to you. Releasing through the hips and the thighs. Feeling that nice little twist through the torso. Stimulating the whole spine. And we'll come back through center. Hips on the floor. And we'll set up for our Shavasana. So stretching your legs out. Deciding if you would like anything underneath your knees, under your head. Once you're here, just letting everything go. Releasing tension through the face and the shoulders, the torso. Letting the hips become heavy, the backs of the legs. Let's just give a little motion to the fingers and the toes. And circling the wrists and the ankles. Lots of yawns for me today. Stretching your arms overhead, bringing the feet to the floor. Stretching. Turn over onto our left side. And slowly make your way up into your comfortable seat. I invite you to close your eyes. And just go inwards. Take note of that internal landscape once again. Noticing shifts in the body, in the mind, in your energy. Take a deep breath in through the nose and release through the mouth. Another deep breath in through the nose and release. Rub your hands together, create a little heat, a little energy. Bring them into heart center. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. You have a wonderful day. Namaste.